Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my entire cube collection. Let's just start with the WCA puzzles. Starting off with the smallest n by n's, 2x2s. So this is the first 2x2 I ever got, and it is a Cyclone Boys 2x2. This is the original WUCF 2x2, non-magnetic. Here's my current main, the YJMGC 2x2. This puzzle is magnetic. And finally, my last 2x2, this is the Rubik's Speed Cube 2x2, which actually isn't half bad. Here are all of my 3x3s. To start, this is my original Rubik's Baron 3x3, which was the first cube I ever owned. This cube is just a random cube that I got from Amazon, and I believe it is from Eye Opener. Here is an MF3RS V1, which I actually turned into a homemade bandage cube. Here is a Volk 3 Mini, which is 47.4 millimeters. Pretty cool novelty puzzle. Here is a random mini 3x3 that I have, and yeah, it's pretty bad. Here is my MF3RS2M. This cube was actually my main for a long time. Here is my mini cube and classroom puzzle, which is 50 millimeters and used to be my one-handed main. This cube is a GAN 354M, and it actually was my 3x3 main for a short period of time. And now, the most recent cube in the MF3RS line, the MF3RS3M. This cube is an Angstrom Waylong WRM, and it is currently my one-handed main. It was also one of my previous regular 3x3 mains as well. This cube is a Volk 3 Power M. Personally, my least favorite cube in the Volk 3x3 line. And this is actually the cube that came before the Volk Power, the original Volk 3. This cube I actually magnetized on my own with the Cubicle Strong Magnet Kit. This is the Dian Tangen M, which in my opinion is super satisfying to turn, and it is currently my 3x3 blind main. And finally, my 3x3 main, the Volk 3 Elite M. This cube is amazing, and I actually did a first impressions video on this cube a little while ago, so be sure to check that out. And this is actually a 3x3 that I've gotten signed by a bunch of different people, and I hope to get it signed by even more people in the future. If you're wondering what cube this actually is, I'm not exactly sure. It was another random 3x3 from Amazon. Now onto my 4x4s. This is my first ever 4x4, a Cyclone Boys 4x4. Personally, I don't think it is too bad. It does catch a lot, but the speed is actually pretty nice. Here is my only stickered 4x4, and it is a Chi Wuchwei. This is my first magnetic 4x4, the Mini Wuchwei M. This is the Volk 4M with the strong magnets. And finally, my last 4x4, this is the Moyu Aosu WRM, and the Mystic version from the Cubicle. Next, these are my 5x5s. To start it off, this is my first 5x5, and my only stickered one. It is an original Shengshao 5x5. Here is a Chi Wushuang, which I actually used as my main for a very long time, and I still believe that this is a very great cube. And now, this is the magnetic version of the Chi Wushuang. Also a pretty great cube. But in my opinion, the best 5x5 on the market, and my main cube as of now, is the Volk 5M. It's just great. Moving up, here are my 6x6s. This is my first 6x6, the Chi Wuhua. And this is the version 1, not the version 2. And now, my only other 6x6, this is the X-Man Shadow M. And finally, my last N by N, this is the X-Man Spark M. This cube is just really fun to turn. This is my only clock, it is a Ling Out clock. This is not magnetic, but I have lubed it with some Traxxas 50K, and the pins do feel very nice. Next, we have my Megaminxes. This is my first Megaminx, the YJ Yoo-Hoo Megaminx. Next up, this is my X-Men Galaxy V2 sculpted version. This is the non-magnetic version, and this is actually the cube that I made my first ever video on. And finally, my main Megaminx, this is the X-Men Galaxy V2M, also the sculpted version. And I have switched out this side with black. Next up, we have my Pyraminxes. First ever Pyraminx and my only stickered Pyraminx, this is a Cyclone Boys Pyraminx. And I do believe I removed the ball bearings from this cube. And now my only other Pyraminx, this is the X-Man Bell, and it is my current main. Next up, we have Skewbs. Here is my first ever Skewb, the Chi Chang. Next, this is my X-Man Wingy M, and unfortunately this corner did break off, so I do not use it as my main anymore. But my current main for Skewb is this Moyu Aoyun M. And I do use these indented centers, which I do think helped with my grip. Moving on to my last WCA event, Square One. This is my first ever Square One, the original X-Man Volt V1. This is actually the X-Men Volt V1, but magnetic. Here is the Yushin Little Magic M Square One. And finally, my last Square One, this is the X-Men Volt V2M, and this is actually the version with the black side instead of yellow. This is actually my current main Square One, and I do enjoy solving on it a lot. So that does it for my WCA puzzles. Now moving on to my non-WCA puzzles. To start it off, of course, we have the Rubik's Magic. This is a Chi 2x2x3, and it actually turns very nicely. This is a Shangshao Mirror Cube. This is a YJ Windmill Cube, which is a 3x3 shape mod. And now, one of my favorite non-WCA puzzles, this is the Moyu Ready Cube. Here's a pretty cheap, twisty 3x3, and I'm not exactly sure what brand it is. Here is an MFJS Pandora Cube, and this is also, believe it or not, a 3x3 shape mod. This is a Shangshao Kilo Maze. This is my largest N by N, and also probably my favorite cube in my entire collection, the MF9 9x9. I have two of Chi's jelly cubes. This is the Ivy Cube and the Dino Cube. Both turn very well. And now, another one of my favorites, this is the Yushin Mini Panda 2x2. This is a Z pen holder, and it does function in one axis. I also have two Rubik's Snakes. This is my only 1x1 cube, and it is a 1x1 Pyraminx. And finally, the last cube in my collection, this is a Rubik's Revolution. Wasn't exactly sure if I would include this in here, but I figured, why not? So that's gonna do it for my entire cube collection. As of now, I do believe I have upwards of 60 cubes, and hopefully it'll grow to even more in the future. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video for more content in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.